Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Honolulu Desperados, a relocation franchise here on Madden 24. We are back with another episode, and most importantly, another off-season episode. A chance for us to reload and regroup after what can only be described as a very successful regular season, but a somewhat disappointing end in the postseason. So if you missed last episode, make sure you go back and watch it. It was the entirety of the Year 3 postseason, the Year 3 playoffs. We made it to the AFC. Wait, no. What division are we in? NFC. I was right the first time. We made it to the NFC championship game, and we played the Detroit Lions, a team that we should have beaten, but we didn't. For some reason, we lost to the Detroit Lions. They made it to the Super Bowl, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. So that's 2 years in a row we have made the playoffs and lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. The Niners beat us in year 2, and the Detroit Lions beat us in year 3. So now it's the off season. It's a time to reload within the draft because we have no salary cap. We have no money available because we have a bunch of expensive players, so we can't really do much reloading in the free agent side of things. But in the draft, we're going to hopefully grab a couple young pieces to this team and develop them and make them into superstars for year number 4 and beyond. I hope you guys go and enjoy the video. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go into the year 3 offseason with your Honolulu Desperados. Okay, we are here right where we left off, picking up right there at the off-season staff week. If you're curious about the season recap or anything like that, we took a look at it in the last episode at the end. We won Coach of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year with Micah Parsons for the 3rd straight year. Micah Parsons has won the Defensive Player every single year of this series so far. So if you're curious about any of that, go back and take a look at all that good stuff. Also, stats are in the last episode, or the 2 episodes ago, the end of the regular season, the week 11 to week 18 thing. So those are the regular season stats are all in there if you want to catch up. But it's time for the off-season retirements. Anybody of note: Kirk Cousins, Mitch Mortmich, Ryan Jensen, CJ Mosley, Big Play Slay, Darius Slay, Stephon Gilmore. Okay, there are some big names in here. Eric Kendricks, Russell Wilson, Kyle Fuller. Okay, some Hall of Famers in this retirement class. Cordell Patterson, I saw. There's a couple Hall of Famers in there. Certainly Russell Wilson. But we will move to the re-sign period, and I don't know if we're going to lose anybody or not. I'm not 100% sure. I know that during the season, we re-signed a bunch of guys, but as you can see, we have no money. We are heavy into the negatives. We are certainly going to accept the option on Bijan Robinson and on Anthony Richardson and on Paris Johnson and on Brian Bresee and on Tyree Wilson and on Quentin Johnson. So that's everybody. Everybody that was left, we needed to accept the option for, and we did. I don't know what's going to happen when these guys come up for contracts, because we're probably only going to be able to pay one of them. I might be able to restructure enough money to be able to pay one of them. But if we take a look at our salary, our team salary for just the overall team, we're paying a lot of money to a lot of expensive players. Obviously, I had to re-sign Micah Parsons. That was a pretty much guarantee. I had to re-sign Devonta Smith and Jalen Waddle and Budda Baker. Although Budda Baker, I don't think I will re-sign if I have to think about it anymore. I might even have the ability to cut him. If we release him, we take a $41.4 million penalty. That's a lot of money. But it might be good enough to get that out of the way right now. We have Jeremy Chin, but Jeremy Chin is on a 2-year deal, 2 years left on his deal. We also have the young Tim Lashley, who could, in theory, be better than both of these guys in the future. So maybe we just eat the money, eat the dead cap now, and get rid of Budda Baker, and then move to a younger, strong safety core. I know that Budda Baker's an X factor, which would would be a little bit crazy to move on from him right now. Who else could we cut that would free up a lot of money? We're just paying we're paying a lot of money to a lot of players. That is one thing that we are doing. It's paying a lot of money. Next season, we might not even bring back anybody. Like, we're going to be having to pay Fred Warner a lot of money. We are paying a lot of guys. That is for sure. The guys with the cheapest penalties, is there anybody that wouldn't cost anything? So, Ronnie Hickman. If we cut Ronnie Hickman right now, it would give us no penalty. But that's only $13.5 million. That's not anywhere near the money that we need. Savings, we would save $17 million on Fred Warner, but we would incur a penalty that's $2 million more than that. So that's really no reason to do that. Yeah, we're in a little bit of financial trouble if you want to say it like that. If you want to get real crazy, we're in a little bit of financial trouble. But hey, we are in our winning window. So as long as we can win a championship before we have to absolutely blow it up and lose everybody, then I'll say that's a pretty big W. And in the last episode, I'm pretty sure we found out that Anthony Richardson himself has X Factor. He's gone up from superstar to X Factor. So we've got our quarterback for a little bit. I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep him, but I'm hoping it's a long time. I don't know, though. He is developing, 24 years old. Obviously, Bijan is an X Factor. Devonta Smith is an X Factor. The offensive line's looking pretty good. Grubb's starting at center. We are dominant as a team. We just need to finish it off in the postseason, in the playoffs. And I think we can do that. We should have done it this past year, but Lions beat us. Lions were the better team. We have no money, but I will take a little peek at who's in the free agents period. It is Zach Martin, Mark Andrews, DJ Moore as the top guys in the class. Then you got Joe Tooney, Ronnie Stanley. A lot of interesting players here. Jason Madubuike, I like a lot. I would certainly be interested in Jason Madubuike if I had any money. That is a big-time free agent asset that would help the team. Ooh, Jordan Davis made it here. Wow, that's crazy. There's a couple really good players. This is a good class. Why can't I get these classes in my rebuilds? This is a really good free agent class. I'd be all in on a lot of these guys if we had any money. I'd be all in on Mark Andrews. I'd be all in on DJ Moore. I'd be all in on probably Ronnie Stanley. Definitely Madubuike. That is for sure. But unfortunately, we've got no money. So we cannot spend any of it on free agents. The only thing we can do is hope that we have good draft picks. I have no idea what our draft picks are or how many that we have, because that's how long it's been since I recorded the last video where I took a look at our draft picks, excuse me. So, let's get to mock draft number 5 and figure out a game plan. Do I have a board? I do have a board, thank God. I was worried I didn't have a board ready to go. I do have a few players that I'm interested in. They're all round 1 to 2, which is probably not ideal. I should probably think about some later round players. I wonder. Is there any quarterbacks that are going to be good later down the board? There's a scrambler in Lewis Brooks, who is the 4th fastest QB, and he ran a 4.61. Then you got Ryan Butler, the 3rd fastest quarterback. Ryan Butler doesn't look that bad, actually. I'll keep an eye on Ryan Butler. Clay Miles, he's the 2nd fastest quarterback. We're getting closer. Is it Carter Donahue? Is he going to be the fastest quarterback? He is. He ran a 4.31 and a 4.30 at his 4.3 at his pro day. And he's a day 3 projection. Hello. Thank you, ma'am. I am, you know what? I'm going to use one of my things on him because he has intrigued me very much so. Anybody else is intrigued? We should probably get a running back, shouldn't we? We should probably come away with a running back in this class. I don't know who it's going to be, but I feel like we need to grab one. Because we only have Bijan, and then I think we have one more running back, maybe. I'm going to use... Which guy has better juke? Because that's usually how you can tell if a running back's going to be decent. If they have a good juke and spin move. So... Okay, so the other guy, Danny Sharper, has the better juke. So we'll focus on Carter Donahue and Sharper, hardly know her. And then we will look for possible, I don't know, possible middle linebackers, I guess. There's usually good middle linebackers in every draft class, so we'll go with a round 3 to 4 guy like Josh Barnett, former MMA fighter Josh Barnett. Okay, so those will be my private workouts. Those will be my private workouts. I'm very curious about this quarterback now. He's piqued the old interest, you could say. He's tickled my pickle, and I am very curious to see if he's worth looking at. So the private workouts, we know 100% on the quarterbacks. And Carter Donahue is a day 3 guy. Clay Miles, on the other hand, is around 3 to 4. There's no true top 5 talent at quarterback, which is good because that'd be interesting if there was. There's a day 3 guy that's potentially undrafted, but everybody else kind of sucks. Let me look at this Carter Donahue guy a little bit more. So he is got the elite speed. How big is he? He's 6'2", 207. He's got a trucking, a carrying, a break sack, a juke move. Could Carter Donahue be our running back? Could we make this guy our running back? I'm going to draft Carter Donahue at some point. He looks like a little tiny running back. That's very interesting. Danny Sharper is around 2 to 3, and he's projected to go 2 to 3, so that's good to know. What was his, what's his juke move officially? His juke move is a C, and his spin move is a B, so he's not as good as I would have hoped he would be. What about that linebacker? How good was he? He's around 3 to 4, okay. So, what else am I going to use this on? Do we draft a running back that can replace Kaiser White? That's another big question. Because he's had 3 really good seasons. He's never gone up to star, though. I'm a little bit worried. He's not gone up to star. Pat Crawford doesn't look bad at all. I think I might use one on Pat Crawford here. What about Ramon Jenkins? Or Raymond Jenkins? Ooh, elite speed. Hello. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. I'm curious about both of those linebackers. And I've got a lot of right outside linebackers here, but they're all first-round guys. I don't know if we're going to be in on a first-round guy. And I don't think that there's a corner that's going to be like I have to have. I don't think there's a corner that I absolutely have to have. Maybe Javier Lynch? 6'2", 207. That's the same build as the quarterback is. Markel Jones at strong safety. We are looking for new strong safeties because we're probably going to be moving on from Budda Baker at some point. Also, I want to take a look at mock draft number 5. Okay, so the quarterback, Jonathan Fitzsimmons, is going to go number 1 overall. Sean Northcutt. We have the 4th pick. How do we get the 4th pick in the draft? Do we have 2? We have 2 first-round picks. Who did we trade with? I guess I'll check. I don't remember who we traded with, but we have the 4th pick in the draft. That is very awesome. We can pretty much do whatever we want. Do I like Sean Northcutt enough to trade up to get him? Probably not. He looks like a fine player, but not a top 3 pick. The other quarterbacks go, and they have us taking Todd Spencer just because he's on our board. He is the fastest left end, but we don't know enough about him to really make that decision. There's a couple good players in this class, and we have the 4th pick. I need to go to the roster and see who we traded with to get that 4th pick, because I have absolutely no idea. Who did we trade with to get this 4th pick? We traded with Tampa. I don't remember making that trade at all. Do you guys remember me making that trade? I don't remember making that trade at all. But I did. I obviously did. And we have their 1st, their 5th, and their 6th. What did I trade? Did I trade down? I must have traded down to get something in last year's draft. We don't have a 2nd-round pick, but we have 2 first-round picks. Okay. And I don't think we have a 4th either. What did I do? I don't remember. I need to go back and watch that last episode. Okay, so now that we know we have the 4th overall pick, we need to make a big decision. What top 5 player are we going to go after? What top 5 player are we going to draft? I don't think it's going to be Sean Northcutt. I don't think it's going to be Brian Rogers. It's certainly not going to be any of the quarterbacks. There's no more top 5 talents. There's 1, 2, 3. Where's the other top 5 guys at? Who are the top 5 picks? It's oh, it's all quarterbacks. Okay, so it's 4 quarterbacks and a left tackle. That's why there's no other top 5 picks. How good is Sean Beatty? Is he worth taking number 1 or number 4? He's not that fast. He's got good power moves in pursuit, tackling, and awareness. He probably looks better than the Northcutt guy. Sean Northcutt. He's 6'5", 240. He's a big guy. He's a better athlete than Beatty is. He's got A finesse moves, but he's B everywhere else. Maybe he's more well-rounded than Beatty, but I think Sean Beatty is a better guy, a better player. I think he might just simply be a better player. As far as some of these corners go, Harold Lucas is 5'11". He's got elite jumping. He ran a 4.3 and that's 5th? Okay, I'm intrigued by the corners now. Hold on. I'm intrigued by the corners. How good is Javier Lynch? 6 foot. He didn't show up to the pro day, or to the combine, but he's got the elite acceleration. Amari Barnett, 4.45. Where are these super fast corners? Cam Harrington. I don't know. I kind of like Harold Lucas. He looks like a good player. He seems to be pretty fast. I'm assuming he's going to have like 95, 96 speed. Maybe even 97 speed. He's got A catching. I guess I should have paid more attention to what our draft picks were so I could scout higher overall players or higher rated players. That strong safety is a round 1 to 2. Markel Jones. He's a true round 1 to 2. He looks very well rounded. He's like the linebacker. He's like the linebacker. So DeMario Hazelton's the quarterback that we're probably not going to be taking. Is this left tackle worth it? Brian Rogers. He didn't go to the pro day. He didn't do a pro day or a combine? Oh, this guy's a rebel. This guy is an absolute rebel. He didn't do his pro day or a combine. We don't know anything about him. We just have his game film. That's all. I'm kind of intrigued by him. But I think he's projected to go a little bit higher than me. I think he's projected to go 2, right? He's projected to go 3 right before me. It'd be pretty simple to trade up to get him. But we have Raymond, so he wouldn't really start. I don't think I want to trade to take a tackle top 3 if he's not going to start right away. I'm not taking Todd Spencer. I didn't look at this Trevor Combs guy. 6'2" speed rusher. Pretty good athlete. He's got B power moves. Man, I have no idea where we're going to go in this draft. I have absolutely no idea. I thought I was prepared, but then I found out that I had the number 4 overall pick, and I'm not prepared anymore. Oh, man, I don't know. I guess we just go into the draft and see what happens? Just see how it plays out? But I have absolutely no idea. So, Packers have the number 1 overall pick. We'll see who they take. They take the quarterback. They've got their franchise quarterback. They said, forget Jordan Love. We've got Jonathan Fitzsimmons out of Pittsburgh. Piet? Sean Northcutt goes number 2 to the Jets. He just, to me, didn't look like a top 2 pick or top 3 pick. This should be the tackle, and it is. Brian Rogers is available. This could be a trade down spot. Because like I said, Sean Beatty's probably not my guy. So, if he's not going to be my guy, then we probably trade down. What can we get for? We can get the 10th pick in the draft this year, plus a 2028 first-round pick, so a couple years. Buffalo's willing to give me a first next year and a second this year. I like Buffalo's offer. Let's see. What else we get? That's 2018, or 2028, I mean. We could completely trade out of the first round with Baltimore and get 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years, plus a second this year. Same deal with the Raiders, but they also give me a 7th instead of a 2nd. So that deal's kind of cheeks. The Giants are just straight up offering me 2 firsts. I feel like I want 2 firsts and something else. That's not that bad. The Chargers are giving me an interesting deal. I like Buffalo's deal. I do like Buffalo's deal, but San Diego, I've been playing too much of the mod stuff. LA's giving me a good deal with the 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years. Or the 1 first-round pick for the next 2 years, plus a second next year as well. We still have pick 30-something, or it might just be pick 30. And I can always trade up to get, if there's a player that I actually want. I might do the LA trade. Yeah, I'm going to do the LA trade. That means we guarantee ourselves 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years. So we trade out of the first round, at least out of the top of the first round. They take a tackle. Then the Broncos get their quarterback. Jags get Trevor Combs. Garrison McMichael goes. Harold Lucas. I was intrigued by Harold Lucas, but I couldn't pull the trigger on him. Javier Lynch goes. Andrew Rice. Sean Beatty to Cleveland. John Rogers. Brian Hayden. Amari Barnett. So the quarterbacks are kind of staying on the board, but we're not interested in quarterbacks. Joe Barber goes to the Patriots. That fits. Patriots have a top 20 pick and they take a center. Tracy Triplett to Washington. Todd Spencer to San Francisco. Markel Jones to the Cowboys. Tim Mayweather. Sammy Drayton. Patrick Ecker. Khalil Sanford. Emmett Johnston. Cam Harrington. Jonathan Clinton. Dylan Holcomb. Jaron Yarborough? What a name that is. Daquan Blake, and now we are up. So we didn't have to trade up, and we still got 2 first-round picks out of it. There's still a left tackle on the board. There's a tight end on the board. I might take the tight end, actually. I didn't even think about tight end. Lloyd Baptiste, 6'3", 247. Pretty good athlete. Don't know much about him. Tevin Gaines is also here. He's a 6'2" power rusher. Not the best athlete, but he's got A tackle, A awareness, and A power moves, and A impact block. He looks decent. I think I'm gonna take that tight end because we have Njoku and we have Freiermuth, so it's not really worth taking the tight end. It'd be kind of a waste unless we just like release one of them. Ooh, DeMarcus Smith is quite the athlete. He might be normal development, but I'm going to take him anyway. He is hidden. DeMarcus Smith, left tackle out of Auburn. Maybe he can be our backup replacement if we need to move on from Bernard Raymond. We don't have a second round pick, so we go to round 3, pick 30. I have no idea what's going to be available. Probably not a whole lot. Nobody left on our board, but that's not surprising. We only had like round 1 to 2 guys on our board. Let's see. What is going to be left? How do the strong safeties look? The strong safeties, everybody's day 3. That is not promising. There could be a corner. There's a 6'2" Eddie Pirine. 4'3" at the combine. But he's got that zone coverage, looks pretty bad. It's probably on the higher side. It's probably going to be a C. But it doesn't look that promising. Juan Jones has elite jumping, but his man coverage and zone coverage both are kind of cheeks. What about Gilbert Pleasance? Pretty solid athlete. So far, nobody's impressed me too much, except for this Pirine guy because he ran the 4.3, so he's probably pretty fast, even though he only has good speed. I mean, running a 4.3 has got to put you in the 95 plus, I would think, at speed. His man coverage is probably a B. What's his archetype? He's a slot corner. It's probably a B, and his zone coverage, I would hope is a C, but you can't know for sure. I might take Eddie Pirine. Let me take a look at the linebackers really quickly. Make sure there's nobody here that I'm missing. Kalani Chamberlain. I think I looked at you before, didn't I? I feel like I looked at you. Luke Mathis. Not the best athlete. I think I'm gonna take that corner. Unless Deshaun St. Clair changes my mind. We just don't know enough about him to make me change my mind, I don't think. 6'5" run stopper out of Stanford. He looks like a good player. Would he be there at round 4? Probably not. But I don't think the corner would be there either at round 4. That's the problem. Maybe he would be? I think we need depth on the defensive line more than we need corner. I'm probably going to take Deshaun St. Clair here. How big is he? He's 6'5", 304. That's a big boy. His power moves are a C, but he's a run stopper, right? Yeah, he's a run stopper. I'm going to take Deshaun St. Clair. Only normal development. That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. But he's a third-string D tackle at this point, so he could develop. You never know. Now we don't have until the 5th round, so that corner is definitely going to be off the board. Maybe that makes me rethink taking that D tackle. Unless he's still available. No, he's not still available. Grant Harold, 6'3", not the best athlete, not worth it. Not worth it. What about just regular players? So there's a couple linebackers on the board. Sterling Whitfield, 6'3" speed rusher. Looks pretty average, probably normal development, I'd say. I mean, he's round 2 to 3 and he's still on the board, so, and we're in the 5th round, so he's probably kind of buns. Alec Wells. That A zone coverage is intriguing. He's a pass coverage guy. Looks like he's decently quick. Probably in the 80s. I'm going to take Alec Wells. Only normal development. 83 speed. Not as quick as I would have hoped. That's okay. We're in the 5th round. You can't win them all. Can't win them all. 5th round pick 30. Shepard's still there. Grant Harold's still there. Nick Hobbs. Or Nick Hobbs? Nick Bibbs. I don't know where I got Hobbs from. He's a 6'1" corner. He's a day 3 guy. I don't know why I'm focused on corner so much. Kasheem Livingston. Kasheem Livingston. 4'4", I'm intrigued. 90 speed, 91 excel. 6'2" backup receiver. Probably in the high 60s for overall. Getting in the late 5th round. I'll take it. I will take it. There's a lot of corners on the board. Stephen Clements, 6'1", linebacker with B pursuit. Tyrone Craig. He's a 6'4" linebacker, but he doesn't have the athleticism. He's probably pretty bad. Lionel Benford, 6'4" power rusher. Not very good. Probably not very good. Matthew Downing. He's got A zone coverage and elite speed. A man coverage and A zone coverage. What's his archetype? He's a pass coverage guy? I'm going to take Matthew Downing. He doesn't have development trait, but this guy could be a low-key, very good player. And he went to an Ivy League? 86 speed, 87 excel with A zone coverage, A man coverage, A awareness. That could be the steal of the draft right there. I know he doesn't have a development trait, so it's going to take him for a while for him to develop. But that's a low-key pretty nice pickup right there. That is a pretty nice pickup. You're telling me that quarterback got drafted? That Donahue guy? That's crazy. I did not think he was going to get drafted whatsoever. Maybe I can make a trade for him, because he looked pretty intriguing. He looked pretty intriguing. I will say that. I think I'm just going to take some flyers now. I mean, we're in the 6th round. We only got 2 picks, including this one, so let's just take Vernon Shepard. Why not? Why not take Vernon Shepard? And then we have pick 30 in the 7th round, so our last pick, who's it going to be? It's going to be Grant Harold, because I looked at him earlier, and he is our guy. He actually has a development trait. What? Grant Harold, 23-year-old out of North Dakota State, actually saved the draft with that development trait. That's kind of crazy. Wow. All right. That was quite the draft. I went in not having a plan, and it showed. It showed. DeMarcus Smith is a 73 overall. Then we kind of whiffed on that D tackle. That's okay. Alec Wells is 63. Livingston's a 69. Nice. Downey's a 65, but I think he might be the low-key one of the best picks we took. Then Vernon Shepard was just a whatever pick. And then Grant Harrell has a development trait and is a 64 overall. I'll take it, man. I will take it. All right, best players in the class. Who were they? The best player was Harold Lucas, 78 overall. Then Trevor Combs, Javier Lynch, Todd Spencer. All right, so it wasn't that great of a class in general. The highest overall was a 78, and there was only one of them. So it wasn't that good of a class. Who took the quarterback? That is the biggest question. He probably got taken in round... I'll check round 5. That's not him. We'll check round 6. That's not him. Round 7. Did he not go? All the quarterbacks that got taken. Emmanuel Rivers, Jeremy Joseph, Jose. His name was Carter Donahue. He got taken in the 4th round. He was projected undrafted, and he got taken in the 4th round. He doesn't have a development trait. What are you doing, Miami? 90 throw power. He can't throw the football except for, like, he can't be accurate with it. But he's got 95 speed, 89 excel, 91 agility, 85 injury. He's got 70 strength, 75 carrying. This guy could be a running back. His awareness is horrible. Why would Miami take him in the 4th round? That makes no sense. that makes absolutely no sense. He's not good at quarterback. He's not a good quarterback. And doesn't have a development trait. So why would they take it? He was projected undrafted. He was potentially undrafted. I don't know why in the world they would ever take him in the 4th round. I thought I was going to have him in the 6th or 7th. That is insane, the fact that they took him there. All right, so this is what the offense will look like headed into year number 4. We've still got Anthony Richardson. The offense looks the same. I don't know how much longer it's going to look this way. I might not be able to keep the team together as long as I would like. But this is what it's going to look like for year number 4. I am going to talk to Miami about Carter Donahue because I want him. I wanted to take him. Oh, I don't think I can because I have no money. That's right. I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I have to hope that they cut him. They have Tua as well. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. They want a 3rd round pick? Are you smoking all of the crack? That is insane. You want a 3rd round pick for a 67 overall quarterback that's not good, and you took in the 4th round. I guess we're not going to get him. I kind of wanted to take him. But whatever, man. Miami, you do you. I am very confused about that, but you do you. Year number 4 has to be our year. We have to win at least one championship with this core player before we have to blow it up. And by blow it up, I mean probably lose Fred Warner, probably lose Budda Baker, probably lose at least 2 of our corners, most likely lose Jalen Thompson, probably lose Trayvon Walker. On offense, hopefully we don't lose Bijan or Anthony Richardson, but we probably lose a wide receiver, and we maybe lose a couple offensive linemen. Like, this team could look very, very different in a couple seasons. I'm just banking on the fact that we win a championship before that happens, because if we don't, then it'll just be a wasted couple years, and I don't want that to happen. So that's going to do it for this offseason. Next episode will be year number 4, weeks 1 through probably week 10, I would guess, is how we'll do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.